Local Lifestyles continues.
Our garden guy, Charlie Stalker's here stirring up stuff, as he always does when he's here. It's good to see you. What do you have before you?
I have a New Guinea impatient, and there's two reasons I want to show this on the set. This is a New Guinea, and it's also called a sunflowering impatient, in that it's an annual, but it will grow in more sun than what our regular impatiens grow. So you can this can get as much as 4 to 5 hours, 4 hours of full sun, and it'll do much, much better than your other impatiens. And this is called a New Guinea impatient. But also I want to show you, you see that white? When you bring in just a little bit of white to the rest of your landscaping, it makes all the others pop.
It does.
So if when you're doing your cottage garden, you can really hone in on just maybe 1 or 2 whites, it'll make everything else look fantastic.
It really does. It's really snappy, too. Well, Ron is on the phone for you, not Ron Rhodes, I don't think. Good morning, Ron.
Morning, Ron.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Charlie. Hey, I called you last week about fruit tree spray, and the directions say the green tip spray, stage, pre-bloom, da-da-da-da-da.
Right.
Then it says first cover is 7 to 10 days after the petal fall. And then the second cover to harvest. Is that like every 2 weeks from then on to the rest of the year?
Basically, just until the petals fall. Then you don't really, you will do it like 3 sprayings of the home orchard spray, the Captan, the methoxychlor, and the, I think it's 7, I'm not sure. But there's 3 sprays in there. And if you do it 3 times, I think, after the petals fall, you're going to be okay. And it's late this year. We're working about 2 weeks. Everything's about 2 weeks late in our spring color.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
And why is that?
It's been so cool. And the coldness has not allowed it to really, the azaleas, you know, we looked at the azaleas of being in full bloom and just beautiful right now. An azalea path, which we've talked about before up in Princeton.
I want to see it.
Yeah, Beth told me that for me to come up about right now, but it's not that way. They were just up there, and it's looking like the 25th, 26th of April.
So a little more time yet.
It's still a little more.
And Mary Ann's on the phone. Good morning, Mary.
Morning, Mary Ann.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Asking about in my flower beds, all of them have weeds, lots of weeds. And they've got like the green, and they have a white stripe in them, and some of them are real flat and have little flowers on them. I want to know how to get rid of those.
Okay. And they're in your flower garden?
Yes.
Okay.
They're in my flower bed.
They're in your flower bed. Okay. Those are cool season weeds. Okay. You've got a chickweed. You've got a chickweed, you've got a henbit, which is the purple, and then you've got the one that's got just a little bit of a purple leaf, and then it also blooms purple. That's the purple dead nettle. So there are 3 in that, and they're actually, the last 2 are members of the mint family. They're cool season weeds, which the reason I say that is as soon as it starts warming up in another week, week and a half, and the soil temperatures get up, they're gone. So I really, other than pulling them, I wouldn't worry about them because they've already seeded themselves for next year. And I want to say something about weeds. The sooner you can get in and pull the little juvenile weeds, the better off you are. And the more you can contain them, the less work you're going to have to do. Don't let them get established. Pull those weeds. Just spend a couple minutes and have your Zen time out in the garden, if you will, and pull those weeds when they're young. Yeah, not waiting for them to get just a toehold, a foothold, if you will.
Right. Well, Janice is on the line for you. Good morning.
Morning, Janice. Janice, do you get tired of waiting? Janice!
Wake up, Janice.
Good morning. Janice. Nope, we don't have Janice.
She's not there.
Petunia. This is a wave petunia, and everybody, waves are a lot more expensive than the regular old-fashioned tulips or old-fashioned petunias.
They're kind of cool, though.
The reason they are more expensive, the reason they're new, the reason everybody wants them is because you don't have to deadhead them.
Oh, you don't?
So it's lower maintenance, less maintenance. They perform just as well as your regular petunias, but if you don't want to go through the process of deadheading every time they finish blooming, and if you don't deadhead, your petunias really don't bloom the way they should, but your wave petunias, you don't have to worry about.
Good to know.
Yeah.
We'll be back with the garden guy right after this. Call us up. Stay with us.